Tyson. I'm 30 plus years old. I've been performing as Miranda Wrights for the past it'll be 7 years actually next week, will be my drag birthday. And in my full-time job, I'm a hairstylist, and when I want to have some fun and put all this stuff on, I'm Miranda. The origins of my name are kind of funny. I was born with a different drag name at first, and we were actually at a show in Cape Breton, and it was me and Noir, another queen from the city, and we were just outside throwing shade, teasing, picking on each other a little bit. And she said something along the lines of, "That name doesn't suit you," or whatever. And there was sirens in the background, and she said, "Oh yeah, here they come. They're coming to take you away. That should be your name, Miranda Wrights." And that's how it started, and it's stuck ever since. I would say it's definitely been an evolution. Growing up, I struggled and sort of had a hard time figuring out and dealing with it. And as a little boy that grew up in rural Nova Scotia, I wasn't sure where I fit into the picture. I had a younger sister, and for some reason I was always interested in her dresses and her clothes and her Barbies, and for whatever reason, it wasn't uncommon for me to try stuff on or do whatever, or play with that stuff that was femme, or whatever you want to call it at the time. And so sort of as I grew and developed, I figured out that I was gay, and that eventually, after I was a teenager, I learned that I wanted to come out and live with my life as an openly gay man, and I did. And it wasn't until that I sort of found drag that all of that stuff from my childhood sort of made sense. I became somebody who wasn't sure what they were supposed to be or supposed to be doing, but found this little niche of a community where I fit in, and I got to dress up, and play with dolls, and play with cute hair and makeup and stuff, and it was just so natural, and then I still got to be myself. I found initially navigating and figuring out who Miranda was and who Tyson was and how they blurred together or came together. I sort of found that especially when it came to dating, in the initial scene, people weren't always understanding of that drag is something I put on and I create and I do for entertainment and for fun and for my enjoyment. But as much as it's part of my identity, it doesn't identify me, I guess, if that makes sense. I am still Tyson, the guy, the hairdresser, and then I'm separately at different times I'm Miranda, and the two lines blur and come in and out together. But yeah, it's a crossover back and forth, I guess is the best way to put it. So I feel mostly it's affected dating with people, not understanding that drag is its own thing and it doesn't completely identify you as who you are. I think for me, positive mental health, personally, is being in a place where I can talk about my feelings and what's going on in my life and what's happening openly, and there's no stigma sort of associated with it. And positive mental health, I think for us, is a community in a whole, is having those different conversations where we're able to talk about how we're feeling and what we're going through and what's affecting us, and it not having a negative connotation or a negativity to it. Positive mental health, whether you are going through a good spot or a bad spot, I think is just being able to have people surround you and deal with it together. If I could go way back to be as a child, I would say don't be so shy. You're going to regret this later. Take more risks. Get yourself out there. Don't miss out on things because you're scared. You're not going to fit in, or you're not going to be welcomed, or you're not going to be the right fit or whatever for those situations. And then like if I was going to move a little bit more forward to like my teenage self, I'd say like it's going to be okay. Like you'll be able to get through this. This is just a bump in the road. Like it's part of your journey. It's going to make you a stronger person in the end. And last but not least, I guess I'd just say love yourself. Like be happy with who you are, because once you get in those 30s, you're going to realize that it was all for the better good, and you're going to be happy where you are in your life.
My name is Miranda Wrights, and I'm proud to be me.